We need a response team.
The Avengers Initiative was shut down.
This isn't about the Avengers. These people may be isolated, unbalanced even, but I believe with the right push, they can be exactly what you need.
War is won by sentiment, Director.
No, it's won by soldiers.
Right now, you, every single one of you out there, have a chance to be a part of the greatest organization the NFL has ever seen, the Dallas Cowboys. And you are fans of a championship football team. And what do? You blog. You blog so hard that you're running up and down the internet all night long. If it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you got to get another story out, you blog. You know why? Because you know more about your team than anybody else. There is 32 teams in the league. 32 teams. You expect them to know every team like you know yours? Wait, they don't. They don't. And how do you do this? You go to the Dallas Cowboys show, you get a blog, and you blog about the Cowboys. You blog all night long about the Cowboys. You tell people what they need to know about the Cowboys instead of letting people tell you. That's what you did all last year. No more. You know why? Because we have the internet. All you have to do is have heart. And you can do it. You know why? Because you're a fan of a championship football team. And a fan of the championship football team, they give everything. They give everything they got to help their team make it to the Super Bowl. And if you're not willing as a fan to give it all you got, then you go to the New England Patriots. Blog, 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 blog. There's nothing better than that. Nothing more fulfilling. Nothing more special.
Man, oh man, bro. Something about that intro just gets me hyped, man. Salute to Shango.
Can y'all hear when that joint on? Y'all can hear me?
No,
y'all can hear me? I was fucking rolling.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. How you just handled that bone, that tree?
That is so funny as shit. Man.
Hey, but the message is extremely important, man. Salute to the OG Shango on that. And this is what I want to kind of say, like, as my first word, I guess, versus the final word. You know, tonight as we break this down, Cowboys Nation, salute to everyone watching right now across all the platforms. My ask is that we focus on the message and not the messenger. I feel like what's going on right now in our Cowboys community, there's a lot of people that's giving you context, they're giving you evidence, they're giving you film, but Cowboys Nation isn't being receptive to the idea because who's it applying the message, right? It's just Akoye, or it's just Lou, or it's just Jay Tuck again, and here go Boston, or Will Henney, right? And what people are starting to follow is the title, but not the actual message, right? So if Brian Baldinger was to go on here and make the same presentation that Akoye made the other day for 2 to 3 hours, right? Cowboys fans, Cowboys Nations would have flocked to it, and it would have just became the gospel. But since it's Akoye, it's just Akoye, or what the new term is, these content creators, people turn a blind eye to the idea. So, you know, what I'm trying to tell you guys, man, there's a lot of work that goes into our community. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know, whether y'all follow me, Akoye, Henny, Luke, anybody, right, in our community, y'all know that we work and we show the research. So there's going to be people that's probably going to watch this show and try to dispute some of the things that we're saying. Cowboys Nation, you should demand the same from them, regardless of their title, that y'all demand from us. Show me the work. Don't tell me, show me. Can you show me what you're saying versus just tweet at me versus just write an article? We want to see the research and back up your work. So that's kind of my first opening statement as we start tonight's show and kick this off, man. Salute to Cowboys Nation. Let's turn up.
Yes, indeed. And hey, man, on that note, I'm gonna be very transparent with everybody out there. I have called Mazi Smith everything under the sun except for a child of God. I have talked bad about Mazi Smith. You know, I said he ain't shit. I said he's a bust. But a couple months ago, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all. A couple months ago, me and Boss did a film breakdown on Mazi Smith because we were just going through.
Yep.
You know, we looked
trying to find DTs.
Yeah, because we looked at Raekwon Davis. You know, I did a separate show. I looked at Isaiah Buggs. So, you know, we went out looking for some guys. So we started at home. You know, we had to see what we got to see what we got in the cover. We trying to make a stew. Got to see what ingredients at the crib, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we look, and listen. I'm not saying that Mazi Smith is an All-Pro. I'm not saying that he's even great. But what I am saying is, before I watched this film, I thought the Negro was a 2. You know what I'm saying? On a scale of 1 to 10, I thought he was a 2.
Mm-hmm.
I walked away feeling like he's an average starting defensive tackle. Like he's getting blamed for things that doesn't happen. I walked away feeling like he was a 5. I'm not saying that he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, he's Jordan Davis. I'm not saying that he's going to live up to the comparison to Jalen Carter that some of fans try to make. But what I am saying to you is he's not as bad, you know, as I originally thought. And y'all know me. If I don't think much of you, I'm going to talk shit about you to the day I die.
Yep.
And I don't feel like talking that bad about Mazi Smith as I once did.
Right.
And that's just all real.
Yeah. I'm partial to Mazi because Mazi's in them trenches, you feel me? And I feel like I voiced my whole content around the trenches because I'm going to be honest with y'all. The casual fan, the casual Cowboy fan, just don't understand the trenches at all, and it's okay. Your eyes are just trained to see the ball.
That's right.
My eyes are trained to see differently. So, funny enough, it is just like O-line. If you don't hear O-line name, that means he's doing good. If you hear his name, that means he's doing bad. Same thing with Mazi. Mazi's work can't be categorized in a box for the casual eye to see. There is no stat sheet for Mazi's impact. When I was trying to attack Cowboy Nation and help them understand this position group, because we're constantly throwing away this position group. We keep going through names, and we trying to find a quick fix when this position is far from a quick fix. Okay, and I was trying to train everyone to see that what Mazi do is the equivalent of a center in the NBA. He ain't just blocking shots. Sometimes he just deterring and making people think twice for coming into the rim. And that's what a good nose tackle is. You're not going to feel that. So I think Mazi's impact goes invisible to the naked eye, and there's a lot of people who want to just get rid of that and act like we can fix that with anything. It pisses me off when we just say, let's go get a D tackle, and we categorize 3 techs with 1 tech and act like it's the same damn thing. Do you know football? I have to question that because I'm going to tell you that right now. After seeing the film, I don't want to hear ish about no Perion Winfrey in that 1 tech. I don't want to hear ish about no Solomon Thomas in that 1 tech. Because I'm going to tell you right, they ain't playing with y'all like I said. These old linemen will put your ass in the dirt.
Real talk.
It's on you, Akoye.
Couple of interesting points, man. Like, first off, appreciate y'all having me. But secondly, man, I'm glad you brought up the comparisons between Mazi and Jalen Carter. Because that's part of the reason why I feel kind of I don't know, responsible for some of the shit that happens when it comes to Mazi Smith. Because I said myself when I broke down the film that Mazi Smith was the better overall defensive tackle. Overall defensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. And the reason I said it was because at the time we had Osa and we said, all right, he's a 3 tech. Obviously, we're not going to go out and get Jalen Carter. Obviously, we weren't high enough in the draft to get him. And Jalen Carter's what I said he was in the film, which was an Aaron Donald type of player, meaning a pass rusher. We didn't need a pass rusher. We needed somebody who can, like to your point, Lou, play center and create a presence in the middle of the field and help the linebackers do what they need to do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That comparison, me saying that, made people think that Mazi Smith was going to come in here and be a pass rushing savant or some explosive player up the field or whatever they think he's supposed to be. The film that I did never spoke to him being that, and the film that I see today doesn't point to him needing to be that. That's my point then, that's my point now. But I can see how some of the videos made people look like, hey, Mazi he needs to be on the same trajectory as a Jalen Carter, who is a 3-tech, versus Mazi, who's a traditional 1-tech who can do some 3-tech things. That's it.
And if I could say something real quickly to that, a lot of people don't remember Akoye had that conversation. I remember having it with them, and also I think we had it too in the draft show. This was before Mazi and Jalen Carter was even drafted.
They weren't even drafted.
The Eagles or the Dallas Cowboys, right? So it was more about fit, right?
Comparison.
It was about fit. It was like not player. And I think, of course, right? We know how social media can get sometimes. It was about the best fit for the Dallas Cowboys. We need a big, nasty, physical 1-tech, right? We didn't need it, even though I would love to have Jalen Carter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But so I think a lot of people get that mixed in the wires, like it's a Cowboys Eagles thing, where we were talking about this way before even draft show. Because I remember me and Boss Box on the same story. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, I don't give a damn about the 1-tech. I'll take a 3-tech again, you know what I'm saying, and figure out where Jalen Carter to play. So I think that's what got lost in all this kind of shuffle, because Mazi was never supposed to be Jalen Carter.
Right. And the year before that, I did Jordan Davis. I wanted him the year before that. So I had wanted a 1-tech for years at this point. I think Antoine Woods was like, I thought he was going to be something. He wasn't it. Then we had Hankins here for a second. I like Hankins as a 1-tech, but we needed more of that. So I looked at it as you said, a deterrent from the middle of the field. That's what we needed in the middle of the field, and that's what he is. Now, do you love him? You don't have to. I'm not saying you. I don't think you have to say he's a 5, 7, 10, whatever you want to say he is. Just don't take anything away from it. That's all. Look at what it is for what it is. Just be results oriented. That's how I look at it when I look at Mazi Smith, and that's the way I approach the film. I actually was believing a lot of the things people were saying, so I jumped into the film because I've been away. So I said, let me just watch. So I've been watching everybody and watching the film and just listening and just paying attention to who needs work. Like, it's a lot of players who really are issues on the team right now that have starting roles that we don't discuss, but we're discussing Mazi as if he would. So I would look at that as like, maybe this is where we're bleeding. So that's where I looked first, and we're not bleeding there. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it was like, okay, I call BS on all the stuff I've been listening to, because I was believing it myself. So I hadn't even taken up for him because I'm like, ain't nothing to take up for, because I didn't think he did anything. And then a couple of weeks ago, I did a quick film, and then I did another one, and then I actually started seeing like what people were saying after the first preseason game, and I said, oh no, now y'all straight lying on the man's name, which is crazy. So
let me go ahead. I ain't even gonna do no introduction, bro. I'm gonna just get to the point. Let's hit it off the top turnbuckle, going right back at you, Akoye. Mazi rumors, true or false?
You mean as far as him being a bust?
False. Yeah, just false.
Definitely.
Okay, elaborate, then we'll go around.
So the way I looked at it was like this, right? He got drafted into Dan Quinn's regime. Dan Quinn didn't seem to really want a 1-tech. He wanted Mazi to be more of an upfield, penetrating guy, and he looked at him because you're strong and you're kind of lean. You're not fat. You're kind of lean. So let's shrink you down. I'm assuming that's why he shrunk him down to 290. I don't know, but Mazi's first year, he didn't look very good. So I get that sentiment of how that started, right? But when you look at what Zimmer did with him, Zimmer wanted him to be a 2-gapper, meaning he wanted him to clog the middle of the field, and he wanted him to open up gaps for those linebackers and keep them clean. You can see, and I did a 3-hour video showing it, like any game, multiple games for 3 hours, right? You can see Mazi's first move on multiple plays was reaching out forward. Like, he was reaching forward. He wasn't making any moves with his hands. He's just grabbing the inner collar of both linemen. Both of them would disengage to try to climb, or either one would disengage depending on where the linebacker was coloring, and they would try to climb to the second level. Mazi's still holding them while they're disengaged. They're not blocking them. They're trying to run towards the linebacker. Now, we will lord over guys like Demo and say, hey, Demo's balling. Demo ain't have to shed no damn blocks either. Why? Why is that, though? You know what I'm saying? Or we'll lord over Clark, who just had a good game, right? This weekend, Damone Clark. So we're like, okay, Damone Clark didn't have to shed a block on Saturday at all. He didn't have to shed a block because he was clean the entire game. Sanborn's clean most of the game. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at that, I can't watch that and then say that Mazi Smith doesn't have an effect or impact on the game. And when you're doing that, to me, it's just, support it with film, and then I will believe you. I will change my tie. I'm not here to defend him if he's doing some bullshit on the film. I'm not. But show me that, and then we talk about that. Stop telling me how you feel. The second year, his second season was a solid season. The beginning of it, he was trying to learn the scheme, and you can see once he caught on, Mazi was playing fast into the ball, and I would watch it even while during last season when I wasn't making content. At the end of the year, I would watch a game and I would watch him make a play, and I'm like, because I'm looking for him. I'll watch him make a play. I wouldn't see nobody tweet nothing. I wouldn't see nobody say nothing. He'll make a play. I'm like, damn, ain't nobody. Y'all just missed. They just act like they don't see it.
What you saying?
Like, yeah, that's crazy. They ain't nobody saying nothing about that. But when he miss a play, it'll be on repeat. So
or a 2-yard push, literally just a 2-yard push.
That's tilted. So when I saw that, I already knew that it was up for him. But I didn't know if he was just flashing because I wasn't watching the film enough. I didn't know if he was flashing or if this was like what he was doing. But once I started breaking down each game, it pissed me off. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Against teams that I thought he would look bad against, like the Eagles. Those are some of his better games. The Eagles, the Giants, Washington. Those are the top three, or top two of those are the top 3 rushing attacks in the league. And those were his best games.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
Like, what? That's crazy.
Let me jump in, Rick. I'll be quick. Is Mazi rumors true or false? They false. And I'm gonna tell you, we falling for what happens with Cowboy Nation. Like, everybody's under a super critical lens when you are a player for the Dallas Cowboys. This is the only team where you can get 11 interceptions, but then the focus would be on a false report of you having 1,000 yards caught on you. That was always a lie on Diggs. That was always a lie. This is the team where you could have started off on a Hall of Fame level like Zeke was, and PFL still grades you as the 10th best back. So when you are literally like with the Cowboys, we got the ugliest, shiniest roach spotlight on our players, and Mazi is also falling victim of that. This is what I mean by that. Akoye brought out the fact, and I'm gonna show this again, that actually Mazi is having better production than Jordan Davis. If you look at where he's trending career-wise, he's trending higher than Jordan Davis. Do you see Philly shooting holes in Jordan Davis right now?
No, but I also say to your point, Jordan Davis don't get on the field like that. Like the Philadelphia Eagles done kept a rotation of 5 defensive tackles out there, so you don't even be thinking about Jordan Davis. At one point they had Linval Joseph over there when he still had some juice. You know what I'm saying? They did a very good job of acquiring some veteran defensive tackles in there to even help with Jordan Davis' production, in his development.
And I'll say this and then I'm gonna pass. I know you ready, Akoye, to jump in that real quick. This is the thing, Cowboy Nation. All of us knew going in that it take 3 years for any DT to develop. Why is Bus even a conversation within the first 2 years? Henny, me and you did the film breakdown. Henny, I know for a fact if somebody was a chump, if anybody would publicly put big holes in them, it would be you. Well, me and you came out of that film and we literally watched 16 games. We put 16 games on film in the public, bro. And I came out, I said, not only is Mazi not bad, he literally only struggled on doubles as a rookie. That was it. And his hustle was literally better than everybody almost on the whole squad. So I looked at year 1 and year 2, and I said, no, they lying on him, bro. That's what's happening, especially year 2. Because, see, I know Akoye is in the film war right now, but I'm siding with Akoye on that film because you know why? He showed the Philly film. Go look at the Philly film where they was trying to break the record with Saquon, and look just at Mazi. If you look just at Mazi and you say Mazi played bad, I'm going to look you right in your eye and say you're a liar. you are a liar. You can't go watch what he did on the best offensive line. Now, we trying to focus on preseason and call him a bust off preseason, which Akoye did a good job of showing that that's crazy because he didn't even have enough snaps. And the ball didn't even go his way enough for you to have this super critical attitude of his preseason performance. One of the worst things Akoye showed today, and it was just outright disrespectful. Akoye said, how many yards you think they had when Mazi was in the game? I just guessed. I said 30 because I knew to go low because I knew it was something stupid. I just guessed low as hell. He added it up. We making literally a crisis, and Akoye proved today by the film and the metrics 30 yards while in the game. But who are we talking about the most? Mazi. No, the rumors are false, bro.
Well, what's the rumors we're disputing right now?
The rumors of him being a bust, the rumors of him actually not being where he's supposed to be. If we being honest, Mazi is right where he's supposed to be career-wise, bro.
The rumors of him being a cut. Now, let's talk about it all because I keep hearing it. Yeah,
let's go through it. Let's go through it.
I keep hearing that people want to make him a cut casualty because, like, you know, that Tawiya.
You don't have no one take to be cutting Mazi Smith.
First of all, everybody who keeps saying this, like, it's the same trigger word. That's why I went to Akoye Tech, but he don't have a get off. Everybody talking about get off and just ripping through and everything like that. Everybody just want to see just a big guy move up the field and just don't understand the game. They don't understand the development. They don't understand what Mazi is supposed to be doing. And they think everything, and shout out to Jay. Jay has been improving, but Jay is playing a little bit out of control because people don't understand that with the nose tackle position, them coming from college to the pros, there is a whole lot for them to learn. One, strength is the most important thing because they are not strong enough yet. These are all linemen coming in. They are much stronger than these D tackles because you're playing accountants and dentists and all that, man. It's gonna be all types of stuff. Then every move, you hitting a swim move, Jay, versus an Iowa, lineman. Yeah, you see, it didn't work on it. Willie Lampkin last week did it. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Then the field, they don't know when to come off. There's times I saw Jay in the game. He don't know when to rip off. Young fella, we are in the progression of the run. They come in, bouncing it off you, rip off. But everyone is just looking at the flashy things because Dexter Lawrence do it, because Quentin Williams do it. But they just look at highlights. They don't even know the proper development. Vita Vea plays something similar to Mazi. Vita Vea don't even have the stats. He don't get tackles. The thing that Vita Vea does is what he did to us in the playoff game when we came out there and we was trying to run the damn ball, and quickly we found out. We were like, yeah, we're going to pass the ball.
We dodged that.
Yeah.
We still should have ran the ball on the ball.
So for me, it's a couple things, right? Like, so going back to what was said about Jordan Davis, right? I'm not the comparison that I put out there, right? It wasn't that Jordan Davis is playing worse than Mazi or bad. It's that everybody thinks and knows that Jordan Davis is playing fine, right?
Right.
Okay. So if Jordan Davis is playing fine with the same stats or similar stats with playing time anyway to Mazi, why are the Eagles defend Jordan Davis? They're ready to cut your head off. They'll defend Jordan Davis's role on the team, which is exactly what Mazi's role is on this team. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's a wall that's supposed to clog up the middle of the field and divert attention away from your linebacker so that you can stop the run more effectively. If he's doing his job and you see Mazi doing a similar job, especially all of last season, pretty much just literally grabbing offensive linemen so they can't get to the second level, then why do we hate our version of that? Why do we hate ours and they lowered over theirs? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
To the point where even when I just put them side by side, I had to say, like, y'all do know I'm not calling Jordan Davis trash. I did a breakdown on him the year before. I would have took him the year before, right? So the fact that I even put them side by side, they all start snapping, and it was just Twitter war, all crazy, right? Mm-hmm. But you see that, right? You see that. You know what I'm saying? We'll cannibalize our own, though. We hate ours. We don't even know
we cannibalize our own. We do.
Yeah.
Quickly, too.
And even when you talked a second ago, when you was talking about even Vita Vea, I'm never said, I'm not saying now that Mazi is on any other level other than his own. What I'm saying is his body of work, what he puts on the film, Can I work with that? Can a defensive coordinator take that and utilize it effectively to win games? Have I seen that? Yes. Has he done it consistently? Well, everybody say he hasn't done it consistently. Watch all of last season, because I have, right? And I'm not elite. I'm not an elitist. I don't think any of us are, right? But if I watch some shit and I've seen it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm showing it to you, and then I slow it down for you, then I blow it up for you, and I label it for you.
Label it.
Okay.
Graphics.
I'm not lying, or at least I'm looking. I might be even wrong by what I'm looking at. So guess what else I'll do? I'll go find the version of it that's supposed to be done right, because I ain't an NFL player, right? That's what everybody's gonna say. So go look at other players, your Jordan Davis's film. Go look at Dexter Lawrence's film. Look at film of one text that we would say do it at the elite level, and then say, okay, carbon copy that. And have you seen any plays? It don't got to be every game, but have you seen any plays from number 58 that resembles those plays? You could be in kindergarten and point that out. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm doing. We're not elite here. It's just I'm watching it. We all watch it. And if you watch it and you watch it honestly, you can't say that you don't see those plays being made. And then the thing that like I said, pissed me off is he started getting better towards the end of last season. Those Eagles games are between week 14 and week 18. That's the end of the year. Washington was week 17, something like that. That's the end of the year. For the entire end of the year, he was trending up. We're in preseason now. So how are you trending up and then you fall off a cliff after what?
Right.
38 snaps.
Right.
Something like that.
Right.
That don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
And we're asking questions about can he deal with double teams? The question you would ask was like, okay, well, let's look at this film from the last time he dealt with a real double team from an elite line. And let's look at it. Like I said, he faced in the last 8 weeks, he faced the top rushing attacks in the league. In the last season, he faced Baltimore, that's number 1. Eagles twice, there was number 2. Washington, I think, was number 3. And you could keep going. I don't remember the entire list. I know we played the Lions; they was up there. But you can watch his body of work against all those teams, and then look at what's happening in the A gap and in the middle of the field. Where are the yards on the ground coming from? Are they coming from quarterbacks off the edges? And you're not talking about the fact that DeMarcus Lawrence can't set an edge or contain. Are you not talking about that? The fact that the quarterbacks can run right up the side of the field. Are we not talking about the fact that Hurts ran right through our $80 million man's gap during the first Eagles game in week 14? Osa was on the ground losing contain multiple times. Hurts was taking off on him. Mm-hmm. That wasn't Mazi. But if it was Mazi on the ground, I would understand. I was like, oh, this is what you mad at. I get it. That's not what was happening. So, and then the runs on the edge, jet sweeps and so on, that was all on the edge. That's my dogs. They think I'm hyped about something.
Man. Look, I know you've been sitting back. We're going to get you in here right now, bro.
Okay,
cool. I want to plug one of Akoye films real quick. This one especially. See, because he showed something on this particular film right here, bro, that where he smashed our film breakdown, Henny. What he did, this is where he just was Akoye, right? Because Akoye, his films is like extra mile. That's the best way to say it. Like he go do the extra. He go make it to where goddamn you can't go against it type shit, right? So like, go look at the breakdown he did with Dexter Lawrence, and watch how Dallas moved him. Right. And if you go watch now, he kept hitting the buzzword, and I ain't gonna lie, I was getting crunk every time he said show me. I was like, hey, this is the one, y'all. It should be, let me tell you, it should be 20,000. Because this is where he showed the fuck out of it. Okay. And when you go look side by side, like, and what we trying to do as a universe, we trying to get the opinion days in the past. We trying to bring evidence back to the forefront. And when people go do the work of showing you, okay, while you shooting holes in Mazi, look at Dexter and compare what you see with him to Mazi. And what it's gonna make you do is say, we tripping. That's what it's supposed to do when people show you. So that's why I'm showing his work. Like, go look at it, bro. Like, don't just go to like, because I know it's a film battle, but if whoever not showing it, don't believe him, bro. The people that's showing it, like, let me show you what Akoye did today. What he did today is he showed every play of Mazi, not a clip to where he could define it. He showed every play. He also showed every play of Jay.
Look at those time steps, boss. 2 hours
Woo!
of film work, 3 hours of film work.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do we just
Appreciate that.
you know what I'm saying? And
That's 5 hours, man.
yes, that's 5 hours.
That's to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, well, who does? Who else sitting there watching that?
Tell viewers to make it helpful. I'm sure Akoye wouldn't mind. Put Akoye on mute and just watch it for yourself.
Yep.
Just watch it for yourself, right?
Hold on real quick. That's my point. My boy said Dexter's a top DT, Mazi is not. So if you go look at it, my brother, that's why we saying go look at it.
No, hit them with their pain. How did your ass know that MF and Jalen Tolbert was bad? Did you just sit around and just watch Cowboys games, or did you watch Devontae Smith film as well? What we can't. Let's add some nuance here.
We got to go look at it.
Let's add some nuance here.
Go. Akoye showed Dexter getting blown off the ball by Dallas, bro. He showed
I
it,
wasn't
bro.
hating on him when I said that. I said he did his
wasn't
job
hating.
in those plays.
Yeah,
It's just
but
that
it was times he
still
lost.
made plays during those fronts. But what I was showing was the good, the bad, the ugly. Like, what does it look like when a top DT or a top one tech does it correctly? What does it look like when they get beat? What does it look like when they have a stalemate? Like, we can see it all, right? Now compare, right? Even when you look at games, I said, okay, let's watch Dexter Lawrence, versus the Eagles, right? I watched him versus the Eagles. He had a good game. Then I watched Mazi versus the Eagles. And you can argue, okay, you can't say, I'm not saying, so don't start the argument that I said that Mazi Smith is better than Dexter Lawrence. He
didn't
is
say
not.
all that now.
Nowhere near. He's not in, they're not in the league together, right? But he had a better game versus the Eagles than Dexter Lawrence did versus the Eagles. That happened.
It's true, bro.
That happened. Now, if I'm lying, show me. You know what I'm saying?
Because trust me yourself, like, it's for real. Like, if anything should have taught y'all this preseason, remember everybody was hyping Joe Milton, and we see it for ourselves.
I just got a question. If Akoye is having a film battle, and it ain't versus me, it ain't versus Lou, it ain't versus Boss, it ain't versus JC, it ain't, who are you? Never mind. All right. Who like? I mean, who the fuck is Akoye battling film wise that can actually do it? If it ain't, you know what I'm saying? The people right. Anyways, all right. So answer the question. I don't care. Fuck them. Anyways, to answer the question, is Mazi a bust or not? Right. And I feel like what has happened, it's been a few things. Improper expectation that was set on Mazi just being it was a first round pick. Perfect. What people have to understand is the context of that conversation. Mike McCarthy did not want Mazi. Dan Quinn did not want Mazi. Therefore, the coaching staff didn't have a plan for Mazi when he was drafted by the front office and Will McClay. Okay, so they bring him in anyways. And so what happens is Dan Quinn tries to mold Mazi into what fits his scheme, but that is not what makes Mazi Smith the first round pick that they ended up drafting for. Mazi is a physical specimen that can play with strength. He can anchor in and just move people. That's it, right? Upfield, rip moves, swim moves, spin moves, toss all that away, right? Mazi is just a physical force. And so it didn't work out his rookie season under Dan Quinn. Then you move on to Coach Zimmer. Coach Zimmer added the weight back on, like Akoye said, two gap. And now for someone who played linebacker, you have to think of it from this lens. Mazi as a nose tackle is my offensive lineman. Just keep those big ass Lou's off of me, bro, so I can flow down and make plays. That's all Mazi's job is, and there's no stat sheet that's going to show it. You are not going to be at Buffalo Wild Wings thinking, oh my God, do you see Mazi take on them double? It's not. It's not going to be part of the game. So you're going to sit back and feel like Mazi ain't do nothing, but then you're going to look up and see Overshown had 15, 16 tackles, or say Maris is balling, or Eric Kendricks, he's a dog, right? But you're not taking on the consideration who was keeping these linebackers clean so they could flow in traffic. It was Mazi. Now, does Mazi have some things to work on as far as consistency? Yeah, absolutely. But I think the problem is Cowboys fans either want you to be goated Micah Parsons or you trash, right? There can never be any in between.
Just
and
good.
what happened, you know what I'm saying? You can't just be good or cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good. And the problem is the Dallas Cowboys, once again, is putting Mazi in an unfair advantage where, just like with Zeke last year, why did people really hate Zeke? Because we didn't draft any other running backs, or we didn't bring in Derrick Henry. So since the Dallas Cowboys have not done their job by getting in quality defensive tackle help, everybody is now pointing out Mazi like he's the problem. He can't do it. He's not good enough. Versus if you were to go get two more veteran guys and put Mazi in the rotation, he would be perfectly fine. And I really don't even understand why he's the focal point of our conversation.
Right.
He's not even the, you know what I'm saying?
I don't get it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem, is that, one, the draft pick value of him as being a first round pick. Two, you know what I'm saying, they never really had a plan for him. So he needs to find a defensive coordinator that has a plan for him, that's built to do what he does. We'll talk about in preseason. I just watched the film a second ago. He playing a whole bunch of 3-tech, bro. That's not you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You mirror stepping, going lateral, bro. That's not you. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, bro. But so it's like, so it's those things that really comes into play when it comes to Mazi Smith. And I think we're just shooting the kid because now it's who can we sink our teeth into, right?
That's right. He
Diggs ain't playing. Mike is sitting out. Well, Mazi. And what happens is, just like last year when everyone thought Micah Parsons was the biggest POS on the planet, people just start to build these zombies, and nobody ever just says, you know what? Let me just see for myself. You guys can go to NFLplus.com. It's $20 a month, and you can watch all the film you want.
All day long.
You know what I'm saying?
$20.
You know what I'm saying? $20. And inform your own opinion. Like I said, it's not just because of Akoye saying or I'm saying it. Mute us. I did a film session last year on Mazi, and it was just like, well, that's just one game. I'm just saying he's taking steps in the right direction. It's incremental steps. But there's still some consistency issues. There's still some technique issues. But all we're trying to say is we shouldn't cut him, or we should get rid of him, or he's a bust. He's doing his job, but it was never going to be a sexy, splashy pick. That's why people kind of got bored with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, even with the offensive lineman, y'all don't know how to properly grade an offensive lineman unless you see a pancake block. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing, oh, you know, Tyler Booker didn't get reached and he got his helmet across on this play that allowed us to get to this outside. Like, you're not watching all that, or how he flowed on the pin and pull. Like, that's too in depth, right? Unless you're really watching the film. It's the same thing with Mazi. Just a simple thing of taking on two people to block him and let Overshown flow or Shamar James or whoever it is and make a play. That means Mazi has done his job. So I just think that people need to kind of relax a little bit and set proper expectations. If Mazi was a 4th round pick, 5th round pick, we're talking about something completely different right now.
Totally.
But since he's a 1st round pick for the Dallas Cowboys, I don't even know what the expectations to be for a 1st round nose tackle. He's never going to be, I don't give a damn if you get him down to 280. He's never going to be a 3-tech. You're not going to sit back and say, oh, Mazi had 3 sacks this game or live in the backfield. That's not going to be his game. It's to be big, tough, physical, and strong, and set the anchor in the middle for your off or defensive lineman to flow. And here's the crazy part. It's the same thing for Jay. The same exact expectation. You're not going to see Jay Toye light up no stat sheet, make no super splash plays. It might be one every now and then, right? But he's just supposed to be big, physical, dominant, and protect the linebackers. And I think a lot of people are just getting this Mazi thing mixed up. I'm not saying he's the greatest thing and he was a slam dunk pick or Hall of Fame or any of that, right? but he's definitely deserves a spot to be on his team in rotation. You can't have him out there playing 50 snaps a game. He had low gas mileage coming out of Michigan in the first place, out of college, right? You need extra layers with them, and the Cowboys are doing the service, because when we think about our run defense and stopping the run, now everyone's just thinking it's Mazi's shot. Mazi got to be the solution for it, or if not, or else. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's the problem when it comes to Mazi Smith. But doing a film battle with Akoye is probably not smart. You know what I'm saying? I
will battle him anyway.
He would.
You know what I'm saying? I will.
Everybody here would.
Everybody here would though. Like, listen,
graphics,
we meet each other in the arena here, bro. And I will face him. That's the thing. Like,
If we,
I might take an L, but I'm gonna meet him in the arena. I might get my ass whooped, but I'm a box.
The same thing that's happening with Mazi Smith right now is the exact same thing we went through with Terrence Steele, right? There was this narrative, and I fell for it too. I fell for the narrative of Terrence Steele was not better than Lyle Collins. I came on to bang with Boss, and Boss just played the film and sat there. And as I was watching the film play, unedited, I said, "Oh, okay." Well, you know what I'm saying? I said, "Well, you know what I'm saying?" But I still like lie. You know what I'm saying? So let the film do the talking. That's why they said the eye in the sky does not lie. You can't hide from the film, bro. Yeah. It shows every little nasty detail about your game. Just like when you were going through the film on Lyle, and you were like, Lyle's laboring on that knee. When you slowed it down, I said, damn, he is favorite. I was like, so that's the benefit of doing the work that we do.
And showing up to the arena. Like, and I took L's from you. I took L's from Akoye. Like, Akoye gave me a couple of black eyes. Just but that
point though, that point that you're making, so because somebody asks, why we responding to AOC in the first place, right? That's the point. We all, when we do film and when we say things, it has an impact on the entire community, sometimes even with players, right?
Right.
So if you're saying something that now I'm starting to see people starting to make reaction videos to, and it's a falsehood about a player that's not only put up good work in the last season, but headed into his third season, which is a make or break season. Even to me, I think he need to show us more this season too. I'm not against the people who think that.
Right.
It's just that while he's going into it, why am I cutting his legs out when his last body of work was good?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, and now I know I can already assume, just like anybody else, when you get a new offensive coordinator, what's the first thing they say about your quarterback? It's going to take them a little bit to adjust. They got to get used to each other, right? Because he's asking for something different than the last offensive coordinator was. We'll understand that. It's going to take this defense a little bit. Even last year when Zimmer was here, we said it's going to take them a little bit to adjust because Zimmer's asking for something different than what Quinn was asking, right? All right, and then it took them to mid-year before everybody started gelling and flowing, right? So we're in preseason and Mazi's adjusting to his new role with a new defensive coordinator. Why are we talking like the year has passed or like we're mid-year and he's, we getting ran through the even after the first game of the season, even like we played the Eagles and Saquon took it 200 yards right through Mazi gap. That's what they act like happened and what we're talking. Then I would understand. I'd be like, well, damn, are you right?
Yeah, I was getting blown off the ball.
That's not what's happening. Yeah. So to talk this without the time for adjustment or to even get an understanding as to whether or not he can do the things that I watch people in the attack front do for Eberflus, right? Okay, watch the plays and watch the way he likes his defensive tackles playing, and then say, has Mazi made any plays that look like that? The answer is yeah, all last year. So I have no doubt that Mazi can do the things that he's asking. But to your point, Tuck, this problem here is depth because Akoye right now to me he's not ready. But the people who saying he is, they're doing the same thing that I did to Mazi inadvertently by applying pressure to him where he has to be this, world beater from the start. They're trying to compare Akoye to Mazi, who is a first round draft pick, right? And they're trying to say that he's already had better games in preseason.
That's not true.
So now everybody's watching Jay Toye thinking he needs to be a world beater when he needs to be what he is, Jay Toye. Whatever that is, let's just find out what we have in the commodity without adding pressure to him either. Because to keep making that comparison to him, to Mazi, it doesn't even make sense.
Put too much pressure
to me. But they're saying it like I'm making the comparison. I'm not. I'm saying it's not a comparison, so stop doing that.
Right.
Because we're the yard. We got scored on 3 times on the ground so far that I can count in the preseason so far.
Mm-hmm.
They all, while he on the field, are at his gap.
Right.
I'll say this, man.
The big runs that we had in the preseason.
I got something. You next.
So why are we pointing him out like that? That's my point. And then when we do point him out, why are we ignoring when those things are happening to him? You know what I'm saying?
Because they're anchored in on their bias. A lot
that
of people
don't make sense.
Pause everybody real quick. I want to do something real quick. We got some housekeeping. Number one, we got like over 1,000 people watching right now. Like literally it's over 1,000. So everybody share. Let's try to get it to 2,000. Right, like everybody go share it on your Twitter, go share it on your Facebook groups, like spread this. This is a powerful panel. The major reason for these 5 is because these 5 has put in my opinion, the most off-season work on One Tech. Because DC Universe is all of us, but this is a special, like I ain't saying special like better than people. I just know the work that they put in. So it's like I knew that they was gonna come like for this particular topic. So let's do that. Number 2. Akoye, what is your cash app, bro?
Oh man, appreciate that. It's you can't put it up there on the journal. You want me to like say it out loud?
I'm gonna put it up there once you tell me.
All right, it's $4 M as in Mary, LESS. So $4M less or formless.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, because this is important to me, bro. I think this is just right. When somebody done put in 5 hours worth of film. Okay. When somebody done put in 5 hours worth of film, okay, but just to show you, to me, with 1,000 people in here, if everybody gave this man $1, he would give you another 10 hours. So because all of us, he said he would. But I know how this film stuff work. We've all done film on here. Once you start showcasing that film, bro, you likely ain't gonna get the monetization, bro. We know how it works.
Oh, so no, they demonetize me for sure. My page done.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. So listen, like when somebody coming into the community, basically doing it for free, I'm gonna leave this up here for a minute, bro. I want everybody on the housekeeping level to bless the homie, dog. We got 1,000 people.
Like that moment in church where they be like, we got somebody need to come up here. You know what I'm saying? I need like
close the doors.
Prayer. Close the door. Close the door.
But I said earlier, bro, I'ma ask for it. I'ma ask because I know the fans want to support me, dog. Like they do. They support the hell out of me and Henny. Man, we
They show love.
They show love, bro. So it's like because they appreciate this. So I'm trying to show people this man done put in 5 hours worth of film, and I still like your spirit even on AOC, bro. Like you being fair to him, bro. You basically saying if you got a problem with it, meet me in the arena and we'll talk it out. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those.
It's really, to be honest with you, I mean, it's not even that because I'm not concerned with that. I told him that already. It's like it's more to. It's not my business to tell or not my stories to tell. So I don't have a personal problem with AOC. It's just that I've been away, and when I think, hey, if it was just a film thing like it was initially, right? Okay, cool, we could do film, no problem. That's what we were gonna do. While preparing for the film, I was watching his videos, and I just didn't like personally some of the things that he has said about people that I am very cool with in this space. And then beyond that, just a lot of character issues on top of that, right? So don't think that I'm not a bully. I'm not a guy that just I'm not.
And I know you not, bro.
I'm not saying, hey, he looked like he's shining. Let me come over here and start bothering with him. That's not how this happened. It's not what's going on. And it's really not a war to me because I'm just stating the
film
contrary to what you're saying. So if it was, y'all seen me do this with Baldinger.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm going to if you saying something that is like blatantly false. I'm
coming at you. That's Akoye.
It ain't disrespectful. I'm gonna just say that you lying or you wrong.
Okay, who
and
you
if
are?
you right, I mean, you think you right, and I'm gonna keep showing why I think you wrong, and that's it. You know what I mean? So
the biggest
perfect.
video was people doing the same thing about Dez Bryant. You know what I'm saying?
And
there was
every
lies
time
and narratives about Dez.
Jalen, Then with Jalen Smith, and you know what I mean, so on and so forth. So that's what I'm always gonna do. So
yeah,
you know, it is what it is, man.
All right, so we got you here now. The plan for Jay. Hopefully by now y'all blessed the homie, bro. Y'all blessed it. Y'all should have by now. We gonna do it again. We gonna take another pit stop.
Move on with the show, man. I mean, whatever they do, they do.
Hey, you know I'm gonna do the televangelist though, Corey. You ain't gonna stop me on that. and then I'm gonna put mine up next. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. Like, yeah, pay me. You hear me?
Man.
We working.
Yeah. So about we talk about a plan for Jay. You talk about a plan for Jay from UCLA?
Yeah, you know I'm gonna turn that at you.
Listen, man. Hold on. Ain't no plan for Jay from UCLA. That boy is a 7th-round pick. The only thing I want a 7th-round pick to do is make the damn team. Make the team, and then you can talk to me about it. Only in Dallas are we penciling in 7th-round picks like they a sure thing, man. And listen, y'all not even happy on the return of investment with Mazi Smith, and he was a 1st-round pick. So, and he actually played at a Power 5 school, you know, coming out of there. Yeah. So what is Jay gonna do? And he done barely played NFL talent. And listen, they talk about Jay like he out here doing something. He was your lowest graded player on the field the first preseason game. They gave that nigga a 20. A 20. If you get a 20 on anything in life, you fail. So I don't want to talk about no Jay, man. Make the team, dog.
Yeah.
Listen,
goddamn.
I ain't trying to talk about no. Hold on, man. I ain't trying to talk about no damn Jay.
Y'all should have gave him the mic a long time ago.
I know. Y'all ain't talking about Jay. For real though. Listen, I want a nigga better than Mazi Smith. You talking about some Jay? That don't even sound like Mazi Smith is cool. I told y'all he was a 5. I ain't over here kissing the man. Listen, I ain't over here kissing his big black ass. I ain't trying to love on him. I want folks. I do like that folks ain't happy with Mazi Smith. Cause I want them to be pushing in something better. Go out there and get you a better one take out there. Right now,
they want a new foe. They want a new foe.
Close the door.
Listen. You can't cut. Honestly, the way that your roster is set up, Jay got to make the team because you ain't got no fucking body. You ain't trying to play like Lou was saying, and Lou almost had an aneurysm. I had to almost fly out there and check on my brother. But they playing 3 techs at 1 tech. You got Oaks, listen, I know that Oaks is swole. That Negro play. He play at 2. He play at 275. He play at 275. They want a 275-pound man to consistently win a physical wrestling match against 320 and 330-pound individuals. That shit ain't gonna work. It just ain't gonna happen, dog. So all I'm saying, man, is the Dallas Cowboys lose the same damn way they always lose. They always talk about Dak Prescott, right? Did you know the Dallas Cowboys, there were 31 teams that have made the playoffs since 2016. The Dallas Cowboys have the 27th ranked defense out of 31 teams that made the postseason from 2016 till now. You are giving up on average 150 plus yards on the ground, and you're averaging over 30 points surrender. A lot of that shit is explosives because you can't stop the run, and they eating your ass up in the backfield off the play action. So guess what? I know it ain't all on the 1 tech. It takes, it takes edge by your edge defenders. It take this, it take that. But when you move in Negroes against their will out of the A gap and the B gap, and you can consistently get 8-9 yards and play ahead of the sticks, you're not gonna win many games like that, man. So it's cool. Like I said, I look at Mazi like a 5. You know what I'm saying? I look at Mazi like a motherfucking me 5. I need at least somebody else in here that's an 8, because we can jump these niggas. You ain't gotta be strong. What Jameis Winston said. What Jameis Winston said. He said, I'm strong. Well, Mazi need a big homie, man. He ain't ready to be the OG. He ain't put that kind of work in. Get Mazi his own big homie, man, and we're gonna go out there and do something. But Asking Mazi to be J Toe a big homie. Come on now.
They
Mazi
gave
ain't
him a
real.
big homie last year. Wasn't Linval Joseph supposed to be his big
That
homie
was
last
a big
year?
homie.
That
Yeah.
was a big homie.
He got ran through.
No,
Hey, you gotta get somebody to put some work in. They got
And that's their problem. That's their problem.
That's the role been kind of homie.
That's their problem. That's their problem. They always want to go cheap in his position group. That's why
we got some names
Now,
coming
Hankins,
too. We gonna
if they
talk.
would have just kept Hankins, we wouldn't be talking
We
right
got some
now.
names coming.
Oh,
Hey,
man,
you
speak
get
on
that man a 20 grade though, bro. Get him a 20.
Yeah, Hankins
20.
would have been it, man.
20. Hey, real quick, I do got a plan for Jay. Help Jay.
Help, yeah.
Just
Help
help
on
Got a
Jay.
plan for Jay, red shirt Jay, and go
Thank
sign
you.
somebody that can
Yeah,
play.
and that's what I mean by help Jay. You feel
Whatever
me? Like
happened
if you,
to Fahoko? He left too, didn't he? All these dudes gone. Man.
yeah, he gone.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
gone. He gone.
But that's what I'm saying. We'll draft the dude, be excited about him, and he ain't never played.
We are the problem, Akoye. We are the problem.
They ain't gonna play.
We are the problem.
There's 2 backups in the preseason right now, so he's not gonna play. And if he do play, it's gonna be a problem initially. I think.
Yeah, me too. Initially,
Watching on film
yep.
right now, if you're watching, if you're preparing for Jay Toye and you're an opposing
Run at
offense,
him. Run at
you're
him.
gonna watch what's happening in preseason right now.
And you go right
And
at him.
that's
Right at him.
when he in the game. They already know to do it now.
They
So
did it with the
they-
Ravens.
Exactly, and they just did it with the Ravens. They did it with the Rams. So when he in the game, they go and target 93.
Yep.
Especially in the second half, because he can't. His conditioning is still bad. That's
We're
why
not even talking about his condition. I'm talking about first half too, bro. It was the whole Rams game
Boy, he got
and the Ravens game. It's not the second half.
And I
Rams
feel like his
second half.
get off. His get off good until you get tired.
Oh no, he got
tired.
skills. He got skills, but he's not strong enough at the point of attack right
Nah,
now. And they,
he's not.
and he's a rookie.
His
He's a
effort
rookie.
was way better though.
Everybody
Game
talking
two,
about his
but still
quickness.
not enough.
Quickness,
7th
though.
round rookie.
Quickness
Come
though,
on,
right? Quickness though, right?
He
Get off.
quick. He got quick hands.
Right.
strong.
Rip in. That's what everybody be saying.
Yeah.
Get off.
Yeah. Good.
But that ain't
That's
enough.
good, but they
It's not
still
enough.
abusing him.
Yeah.
And
He
you gotta
definitely-
ask yourself that question again. If I'm wrong, why when Mazi in the game? Why don't we see them just running that Mazi gap?
They didn't.
Why don't you just run at him?
Right.
If he ain't shit,
Like they did Jay.
run at him then.
Right.
all second
They
half.
run away from him when he in the game.
Right.
Run at him the whole game. Well, they
Right.
run at Jay the whole game.
He not lying.
They don't
Deterrent.
run they run the edges with Mazi in the game. Now you can say, well, you know, they don't respect Mazi. That's just what they happen to call at the time. But it's a hell of a coincidence if you watch the second half of last season and watch where teams are running and what's happening, and then ask me where the yards are actually being gained. Are they being gained through the A gap, the B gap, or are they being gained C to outside? Which one?
Real quick, 2 more questions, and we done with one tech.
Mhm.
All right.
Is it too late for one tech help?
Hell no. Oh, I'm
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Well, we talking about Jerry Jones, so unless somebody break a leg, knock on wood, you ain't
Yo.
gonna get another one.
I'll say this, man, because there's too many options for the Dallas Cowboys for us to say that it's too late. Will it take some time for some of the veteran one techs that have been sitting around collecting dust to get acclimated? Sure. They ain't been through training camp. They ain't did nothing. They've been drinking a little bit of beer. They got wives at home. They've been cooking good. They're gonna take a little bit of time to get into shape. It's damn near to the point you might want to sign you a UFL dude that got NFL experience.
We
Just 'cause
talking about a
just 'cause
team
they done played.
that spent an entire season almost without a linebacker on the team.
Yeah.
Boy,
It's the
we're
same
talking about
team.
the same team that played a safety at linebacker.
You see what I'm saying? So you think they're about to go get what
No,
we need?
hey, listen.
I said it ain't too
we
late.
asked the
I don't
question,
think
was
it's
it
too
too
late
late?
either.
We just don't trust them to do the right thing.
Because we
Oh, they're
got
not gonna
Hankins
do
at
it.
the
That's
trade
why I'm just
deadline.
going about what's going to happen. That's like saying, like, I grew up without Christmas a long time. So, like, I don't like to get my hopes
We
up
got
before.
Hankins at the trade
like,
deadline last time, man. I think it depends on if we get Kabuki, bro. Like,
Yeah,
man,
we got the perfect schedule for it too.
When
right,
did
we
sign-
got
when did
the
sign Jordan
Kabuki
Phillips
schedule,
last
bro.
year?
We got
Like
the
me and
Kabuki
Tuck
schedule.
talked about this behind the scenes, bro. One of the things that might help us, bro, is seeing Philly game 1. Like for real, bro. Like putting that shit on film. A team that go right at your weaknesses on the front. So like the thing that make Dallas do things, like we'll come out there with receiver by committee until we see that. Then we'll say, all right, go get Amari. So like I think it's too late for them street one text though. That's over. The
I'm just
street
saying,
work takes over.
their only option is when they start talking to Dave about this Micah contract, man. You might have to bring in Christian Wilkins, man. You might gotta bring it. You might gotta bring it on freaking Dickey, dog.
Yeah, I take Christian
Well,
Wilkins,
I was joking off of the split that I seen on the Joe on Twitter. I didn't know he really had a history. I started
he
somebody did a whole
history,
clip
dog.
of what he was doing.
He got a history, Akoye, but he be out there. He be out there moving though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I take him zesting on. Zested fully clean. I take him right now, bro. I take zesting on, bro. All that shit.
Boss ain't lying. Listen, if we gotta give him a therapist, he gotta go talk to the lady. That's fine.
Therapy for that.
Yeah, man.
Well, you know, Dave Mujeta's his agent. Dave Mujeta's his agent, so you know what I'm saying. You might as well, you know, say get your little 2-for-1. But hey, man, we can't be picky right now. We didn't wait at last minute. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like football wise, when you think about the skill set that Christian Wilkins has, you can get real exotic with your fronts and put him out there because he's good against the run and the pass.
Oh yeah.
If you really want to start the run, you can have him, you know, and Mazi on the field at the same time. It's a passing down. You can put him and Osa out there, and then you can flex Michael Parsons to linebacker, have an extra rush out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get real exotic with what you do, man. So, like, it's there. You damn near need to do
it. Booty man.
Booty man. Philly, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I take you, bro.
Man, hell nah.
Buddy, crazy.
Let's do it.
Look at that. Wait. Hold on.
Golly, you gotta keep him away from Jalen Hurts, though. You know, Jalen used to get his ass played with.
God damn.
I take it, bro. Give me all that zest. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Team Werewolf, man. I'm Team Werewolf all the time.
My nigga, Team Werewolf.
Lock his ass up.
Like that in churches, dog.
What you say? Get some silver bullets. I'll take a werewolf on this team.
This is the worst one right there, bro. That's the one right there, bro. That's the one, bro.
Hey, just make sure you don't bite the quarterback. We good.
Hey, what's I'll take a werewolf, bro.
Hey, Danny, hey, don't get caught. Henny, don't get caught. That's all.
Hey,
Team Werewolf. I'm Team Werewolf.
we Team Werewolf.
I mean, I got a couple of names that I can go over. Like, I think
this is the most important part we finna get into is your names. Let's get it.
I found some names. Yeah, so I'm done doing the Joneses way. I don't care, Jerry. I don't care, Steven. Y'all can shut the hell up. Open that purse up. F them damn picks. Respectfully. F all them damn picks. So the names I found that I thought that would be great. They're just what you want, Steven. They're on expiring deals. They got small cap hits. And I think they'll come in and they'll fit what Eberflus wants to do. Because I don't believe this is Eberflus's true scheme, especially up front. He didn't do this at Indianapolis, nor Chicago. But people always want to look over that. Yeah, he had Andrew Billings.
He had no one take, bro.
No, that boy is out there making spaghetti with Alfredo sauce, and they asked for spaghetti. That's what he's doing. He's doing what he can.
That's right.
So the first name is the guy on the left, the Texans, Tim Settle Jr.
Love him.
8-year vet. He got burst. He's a combo. He fits what we're trying to do right now. That fire through the gap, you know, letting everybody come up, the alley defenders and everything like that. Have great burst. Got enough strength, you know, to play to anchor as well. He's on an expiring $4 million contract. And I love that he's an 8-year vet. So this is what we need. You know, I'm trying to bring in mentors for the Cowboys Nation. Okay, it's gonna cost you a pick. Cough it up. I don't care. Next one, my favorite guy. Is the one on the bottom middle, but he's not on this team. He's not on the Patriots though. He's on the Saints. They just signed him. I don't care. I want him because the Saints, like I said and I predicted, they are in a given move because they're in a rebuilding. They're trying to stack on picks. That his name is Devon Godchaux. He's 6'3", 330 pounds, 9 years. If we bring him in, I think Eberflus will go back to what he's trying to do with having that 2-gap and 1 tech and that knife and 3 tech because we'll have him and Mazi. He is very stout versus the run. Like I was looking up somebody else versus the Patriots. I was like, who is 92? That's who I want because he's very strong. And the Saints got him right now. He's a starting 1 tech. I don't care. Go get him. Then the last one is from the Broncos, a team that's always known at the top of the league. You know, when it comes to having low yards per carry, giving up, very stingy on the ground, very gritty. I want somebody from there. He's a former Longhorns. Hook him. You feel me? Malcolm Roach. Expiring 4.25. He's undersized. He's 6'2", 290. He's smaller than the 3 tech, but he's anchoring. out his mind. I'm telling you, he's strong as an ox, and he has a motor on him. I feel like he has the motor that can come and be contagious, and it can feed off to Jay and inject it into Mazi. And that's some type of person I want mentoring. Don't cost you. I think it's more realistic for you to get him from Denver because Denver has a load of defensive tackles. But yeah, cough up them picks though. Either way, good inspire and a 6-year vet.
I'm gonna be quick with mine because I know you got some too, Henny. This came from Landon, so it's a lot of people out here really pushing one text with different ideas. So this came from Dequan Jones. I like the idea also of Dequan Jones. So at this point, we now talking 6 potential people that the Dallas Cowboys should keep their eye on. Another righteous idea that I love also came from Scott, where he talked about
we just played him.
Yeah, Basil, right? And what I loved about this idea is he's in a deep room. Those are always your best guys when they're in them deep rooms, because then you can be a cut casualty, right? But still yet be of value to us. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like Hankins, you know. So, and I know you had some too. So now we talking about 7. So if YouTubers can go get some realistic quality options that can help improve your front and the Eberflus, I ain't trying to hear enough from Jerry trying to do this, you know, and Steve and this our guy stuff. And I know Henny finna come up with some more. So it's like, bro, you can get to work, Dallas, to build and help your run D and help Jay. Because that's what we really dealing with. We dealing with a front office that like to lean on their draft picks who ain't figured out yet that it take them boys 3 years to cook. You can't rescue this position with a draft guy.
All the people at the top of the league, they all who defend the run, they all are vets. There's no rookies ever in history that be at the top of the league, and they're all the big D tackles that they were ushered in with a vet. Everyone say, "Oh, the Lewis, the names you signed, they drafted them guys where they had a vet to usher them in." Right. Look at the Eagles. Look at our contemporaries when they brought in Jalen Carter and I'm blanking on the other dude's name. They brought in the Dominican Suh, and they also brought in Linval Joseph. Those were important to take the load off of your rookies. My bad, Henny. My bad.
Nah, you good, man. You just passionate. You know, I
and
rock with
Fletcher
that.
Cox. Fletcher Cox.
Down show Fletcher Cox. But hey, the 2 I got it from the same team because I'm not sure which one of them is going to stay on the team. The Detroit Lions got a surplus of defensive tackles. The one name that everybody knows about is DJ Reader. Yeah. He was one of the anchors on that Cincinnati team that made it to the Super Bowl. One of the best run defenders in the National Football League, and he might actually end up being a cut down casualty because they just spent a first round pick on a one tech. So Broderick Martin is the other one that's in competition. He's a 6'5", 330-pound, I believe, nose tackle. He's still very fairly young, has been up and down, but you know he has more game experience than all the other one techs on our damn team. Because only one tech we got with any starts is Mazi Smith. I want people to remember that. One guy that we can actually have a reunion of sorts with, as you look over there with the Seattle Seahawks. His daddy was a rapper from Memphis. Guess where I'm going with this? What's the name I'm finna throw out there? Former Dallas Cowboy. Lou, you know this.
From Memphis?
His daddy, he went to Kentucky.
I'm blanking. I'm drawing blanks.
You talking about Bohanna?
There you go.
My dog.
Quentin Bohanna, last defensive tackle on the depth chart with Seattle. So if he does not make the cut, the boy is still a huge man, you know, that you could bring in with depth. You already are familiar with him.
83, year 3, year 4?
This is like year 3 or year 4.
Oh, he cooked. He all the way out the oven.
Detroit, that's a good one because they got my guy.
Tyleek Williams. That boy good.
They got Tyleek Williams, man. They finna be cooking over there in a little bit. Watch.
So, I don't think they I really don't think they make a move though. I think they're gonna ride.
Probably don't.
I think the rotation is going to be Perion Winfrey as a Chauncey replacement. He's going to rotate between 1 and 3 tech spell. Like he's going to spell the same way they use Tyrone Crawford back in the day. He would just spell up and down the line. They're going to do that between Mazi and Osa with Perion Winfrey and Solomon Thomas. I think. I don't think they're going to. And then Jay Toya will get spell work behind that. If if those guys aren't on the field for whatever reason, they're not gonna go grab nobody, man. They damn sure ain't gonna trade for it because they don't value the position. They don't value the position. So if you valued the position, then you would have
competition.
Exactly, or you would have paid Hankins,
and
kept him and Mazi together, or something like that. Then you'd be fine. We wouldn't be having the conversation right now.
I gotta ask y'all something that scared me.
They're gonna toss Mazi out there for 50 damn snaps, and people gonna clip this show like, see, y'all was believing in Mazi. You know what I'm saying?
He's not gonna play. He's not gonna play 50 snaps.
Yeah, they don't toss him out there. But another name I was thinking about, you could possibly reunite. It's got one. You could possibly go to Chicago and try to get Andrew Billings out of there because I think he's on last year's deal. So Eberflus can go get his guy, you know. But I went to Akoye. They damn sure ain't gonna trade for nobody. You know what I'm saying? They'll bring somebody off the
unless
street.
Unless it crash.
Right. They're doing here's the other thing for everybody that's talking crazy. It's like, listen, what plays in Dallas? Y'all know what plays in Dallas. What plays in Dallas? Somebody give me an answer. Y'all know who plays?
Our guys.
Money. Money and the draft pick plays. We want an LVE going. He played. Right. Why? Because they needed to justify that draft pick. They said he's gonna play because
over Bobby Wagner, which is
without a neck. Played without a neck.
Yeah,
without a neck.
Without a neck is crazy. But hey,
over Bobby Wagner. That's crazy.
But hey, let me float this out there to
and
y'all.
Bobby's still playing.
I heard this. I don't know how true it is. Somebody is saying they're being coy. Somebody is saying they got Solomon Thomas penciled in as a starting one tech, and that's why his ass ain't played.
If that's the case, we are F in the A. I'm gonna let you know right now.
If Solomon Thomas is going to be a small one tech or upfield penetrating one tech, like Jay Ratliff back in the day, that 290. I don't even think Solomon Thomas is 290 though, is he?
Solomon Thomas little.
Yeah, he seems smaller than that. He seemed like he looked like a defensive end, really, but he's playing.
Billy gonna show it.
Yeah, but if they, I mean, I like Solomon Thomas. I like
they got
him.
Hell no, they got to list at 295. They ain't no way.
I don't think he's that big, but even if he is, it could be done if you're attacking the A gap a certain way. Because like I said, Phillips did it with Jay Ratliff, so it can happen. Do I think it'll hold up? I don't. But if they did that, it wouldn't be the craziest thing.
A zone team gonna kill our ass. A zone running team like Philly gonna kill our ass because Jay be doing it now. See, people be love. This is what get annoyed by me with that get off bullshit. Half the time when Gate fire off and all like that, he gets shooted all the way out his damn gap, and the A gap be 3 miles long. It should have a sign from the damn tackle to the damn center that says a damn mile, because that's how big it be after you. Ooh, get off, because his ass be in the other C gap. I really do not like this scheme. This is a conversation for another day.
You talking about Eberflus?
I don't like what they doing with the win, especially in the goal line, in the goal line.
Yeah, I can write that out. I want to see this.
Well, what about that stand that they just made right in the first quarter?
I mean, I think they were two gapping. They were two gapping then.
Yeah,
I just hate when he has them firing in one gap. When they have one,
that's the one thing we can't figure out. What is the scheme? Like what is?
Well, it's a multiple. It's mixed.
It is mixed.
And he is, but it's an attacking. It's really an attacking 4-3. When you watch the way the fronts are, it's like they use their linebackers, sort of like you acknowledged earlier, like running backs, because the front line will attack or slant to the left, and the linebackers are like cutting off their hip depending on what they're reading in front of them. So it's like he is attacking and crisscrossing and doing a bunch of different stuff because he'll get caught. Eberflus will get caught in he'll slant away from let's say the front side of the play and he'll get countered. But it'll look like the guys got beat or they didn't do their job when really he called them to crash left or crash right, and they'll do it and get caught at just proper timing from the opposite OC. You know what I mean? They'll get caught and just
in the zone.
They'll be bouncing. But when they're guessing correctly, those are like those plays. Those are those tackles for loss when they guess correctly.
High risk, high reward style of defense.
Yeah, but I like it though.
You'll also get hit.
He hitting you with so much stuff on the back end too. Like I really like the fact that he'll keep showing you the same shit, and he'll let you. He also he'll bait you. Sort of like he'll keep you thinking that he's doing one thing when he's not. Like he'll give you the middle of the field where the linebacker will be ISO'd on the wide receiver, right? And he'll make you attack that because obviously you're going to attack that. So you start thinking that the middle of the field is open, just like we started thinking. Even the commentators started thinking that the outside said, "Why are they playing so far off? Like he's just retarded or something. He don't know what to do, right?" And then right after that, the next series, they
They'll be
sat
on.
on all that, right? And
They
then
got
he
a
got
big
a big
six.
six off of it.
Yeah,
Because
yep.
he's getting you comfortable. So I'm letting you just throw those out there because you get comfortable throwing out there. You're going to keep calling these plays to the outside. And then he counters it after he shows you what he wants you to do. So I like the fact that he does that because that's the only, well, it's not the only, but one of the few coordinators outside of Vic Fangio that I see that plays around like that, like just Shell or 3-card Monty with his secondary is Spagnolia, man. And I wanted something like that here. And I think that Eberflus is a little more vanilla than that, but it's the reverse. Like he'll show you something vanilla, but he's doing a bunch of craziness behind it. You know what I mean? Whereas Spags will show you craziness, but it's really something basic.
I mean, I am missing the Micah effect. Like I am, I'm missing the Micah effect.
Yeah,
I'm finna say, man, because I was like, damn, bro, you gonna just let Akoye whip your ass like that, bro?
And we just the defense, the performance that the defense just put up, though. No, hold, Lou.
You know I gotta do that,
you the
bro.
question real quick. Hold up.
Yeah.
You don't like the defense, the defensive performance that they just put up in the first half of the game?
It was good. I just hate it. I don't like the one gap. My issue is when they one gapping in the goal line. I really hate that because every time, like Damone Clark or Shamar James, they mess got like 2 gap go. They'll go under a gap. Like a zone team is gonna kill us because people be getting a moment. I see 2 people in one gap, we killed. We killed every time.
Did you see the play with Sam Williams? It was like I think it was like a 3rd and short or something like that. But Sam Williams ran all the way around the line of scrimmage. He just abandoned his gap.
Man,
exactly.
And Leofold tripped him up.
Exactly.
Leofold tripped him, but I'm like, damn, if Leofold don't trip him, that's a touchdown. That's crazy. That was crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, Sanborn. You about to say it? On his run fits, he's a little slow. It's a little slow in his run fit.
Yeah. Sanborn?
Yeah.
You mean physically slow, or you slow?
Yeah.
I'm
talking about.
I thought you were talking about slow up.
No, where he's supposed to be, but it's just that
it's like you should be on the tackle right there.
Yeah,
it's like,
and they take it all day to get.
But he make plays though. I like Sanborn though.
Yeah, he in the right place. I take a person in the right place over fast and dumb, and then and then shout out to Eberflus too. My credit to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eberflus because you can clearly see the better linebacker play, bro. Anybody that can get Clark, who's been struggling with diagnosing to actually.
He made me like Clark for a day.
Right.
Like for real. Like and
Mark James
shout out to Eberflus for that, bro. And we got off of one tech. We'll get back on and get out of here, bro. I'm gonna get my final words, bro. The deadline to me is the trade deadline. And that's going to depend on what happened. What I want to happen, I want to be wrong, bro. I want to be wrong as hell about Jay. I want Jay to be that 1 in 10,000 rookie that actually, shuts me the fuck up, bro. I really want that to happen. Well, we don't need nobody. But if that don't happen, I'm going to keep this pressure up all the way up into the trade deadline, and then I'm going to just live with the results. I want to thank everybody on this panel, bro, from me, because I saw all of y'all work, bro. 5 hours of work on Akoye in literally just 3 days. Hours and hours of work and pressure from Tuck. Hours and hours and pressure from Henny. Multiple solutions from everybody up here, right, on how to solve this problem. I just appreciate the championship mind state of everybody here, man. That's my final word, and I really appreciate this particular panel. And hopefully, and I know the Dallas Cowboys watching this, over 1,200 people, somebody within the Cowboys watching, So take that serious. Also, like and subscribe to everybody here, bro. These dudes. I'm gonna tell you, I stand with these dudes' character. That's what I'm gonna say on my final word. I said this about Akoye on my own today. The main thing I'ma always love about Akoye, bro, from the bottom of my heart. If you want to see a dude that will fight the whole crowd when he's convinced of film, bro, and not blink at it too. It ain't no timidness or nothing. He'll look at 1,000 people in this chat disagreeing with him and say, "Oh, y'all crazy." But that's the conviction of a person that want to win. So I stand by the character of the man. That's my final word.
Appreciate that, man.
I'll get my final word and I'll jump off because I still got to pack, and get up that road tomorrow. So Dallas Cowboys, man, you got to respect one tech.
Yeah, man. Respect.
if you go back through your history, man, you are a team that actually had great defensive tackle play when you were winning championships. If you go back to the very first championship that got the Dallas Cowboys over the hump, the Dallas Cowboys were the #1 run defense in the National Football League.
Right.
They spent a first overall pick on a defensive tackle in Maryland. You know, they went out there and they traded and got in Mr. Castillas, friend of the show, went and got Mr. Castillas to come in here, former first-round pick himself. And then you looked into and found Leon Lett in the 7th round. He became what he was, which is a fucking monster. The Dallas Cowboys had premium defensive tackle play when they were winning championships. Right, defense win championships, and you ain't had no championship defense in a very long time, man. Them sacks is cute, you know, them turnovers is cute, but when you're back against the wall and they put their big boy pads on and they bust your motherfucking head open, hey, y'all know what happens. You go crying back home, bleeding for your mouth, bleeding for your nose, and you trying to tell your mama like a little old bitch. The Dallas Cowboys need to go out there and get some run stoppers in the middle of that defense, man. Dallas Cowboys, listen, I know the sacks issue a bag, man. I know it do, Micah. I know it do, Sam. But y'all be fucking up in run defense, dog. Sam Williams, you listen, you got more penalties than anything. You got way more penalties than you do actual defensive production. Yeah. And I know you in a contract year. So if you want to get a bag in Dallas, don't just focus on them sacks, man. Go ahead and set that edge and make them play. Because, hey, listen, but none of y'all gonna get no sacks, and all they gotta do is hand the ball off to the running back 30 times. And listen, we done lost playoff games when quarterbacks ain't throw for a damn touchdown. Jared Goff beat us, he ain't throw a damn touchdown. Your boy Jimmy Garoppolo beat us, he ain't throw a damn touchdown. The boy Brock Purdy beat us, he ain't throw a damn touchdown. You can allow 3 playoff games since 2016, and the other quarterbacks ain't do a goddamn thing. So guess what? You're losing the game on the ground. You're losing the game most of the time on the ground because you can't stop the run. So figure that shit out. Don't be cheap. Open your pocket. I know it ain't flashy. And listen, you suck at drafting the shit so far, man. I'll keep it real. you suck at drafting the shit. So if you ain't gonna get it right drafting it, go out there and you pay somebody and get it done, man. Because it takes a grown man with a side chick, a baby mama, a wife, and about 75 kids they can't take care of to go out there and start the run, man. So go out there and get you a veteran defensive tackle, and let's get this shit on the road, man. It's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store. I'm out.
My God. Bullet.
Hey, I'll give my final words. Listen, we need to respect One Tech, Cowboy Nation. I challenge you to educate yourself on a position. It is not flashy. It is not something that's going to pop off the screen. Understand what they're trying to do. Understand and appreciate the work that he does put in. Cowboy Nation, stop feed the propaganda from the Joneses. They're trying to be cheap. There's a reason why they always love those tweeners, because they can play them in multiple positions. That's why I'm heated of it. Because they love getting those small guys, and then they come pushing their propaganda saying, oh, we can beat him with quickness. Oh, we can beat him to the spot. Yeah, that shit all cute until you meet somebody that's just as fast as you and stronger than your ass and get his hands on your ass and gonna put your ass in the dirt. I'm tired of having the same exact problem every single year. The exact same problem every single year. I understand it takes all 11 to defend the run, but you can... How you play defense, if you can control the middle at all 3 levels, you have won the game. You control the passing game by closing off the middle of the field. You have a great linebacker play. You have a great defense. And if you can have an anchor in the middle, I compare it to center. Everybody call Rudy Gobert stanky, ugly, and all that. But guess what? They ain't going in the paint at all. They gonna think twice about that shit. You think twice when you see Vita Vea. You think twice when you see Dexter Lawrence. And that's what we were trying to get Mazi to do. You cannot do this with a rookie. You cannot do this for the rookie. We are protecting the rookie from y'all. All y'all who are quick to move off from fucking Mazi, y'all trying to hurry up and get your hands on Jay, and Jay is not ready, and you're going to continue this cycle of us never ending and fixing this. I've made a whole show a while back showing you the numbers that I found from ChatGPT, because they're going to do it, but all the top run defenses of the past 5 years in terms of yards per carry, bump that rush yards, it's all about yards per carry. All of them have vets None of them have rookies. We are the only team that keep doing the same shit over and over again. And y'all want to get up here and blame the one man instead of them two MFers sitting up in a damn box acting like they know how to play some fucking football. It pissed me off just thinking about it. They do the same shit every day. You want to fix the passing game? Go draft Micah. You want to fix the pass offense? Go draft CD. They think they can solve every fucking problem with a draft pick. The one thing you can't do is nose tackle because it takes the longest. I'm a Mavericks fan. I keep comparing this to the center position. Centers take it's the same exact process in the NBA, literally. And you have to go get a vet, what the Mavericks did in Daniel Gafford, and they got their ass in the damn finals when they did some shit like that. When are we going to open up and stop being head charting? Respect the trenches, respect one tech, stop spreading them fake ass fucking rumors about fucking Mazi talking about we need to cut him and saying we need to play Perrion Winfrey. Everybody who tell you that shit and talking about trust me, them the same people out there doing videos on motherfucking Joe Milton and look at his ass now looking goofy.
Oh,
that's all from me, y'all. Y'all know who we do.
Hey, take it easy on my back.
Lou bully. Lou being a bully.
Take it easy on my back.
I'm tired of because we gotta squash rumors, bro. They'll grow legs. They'll grow legs.
They do.
Squash their ass like a damn roach. Squash it like a roach.
Oh man,
them zombies, man. I'll be quick, man. I know Lou, Boss, been talking about winter's coming. Winter's here, y'all.
It is.
Winter's here. We are heading to Philly week 1 in front of the entire world, Super Bowl defending champs on the road. And that's going to be a tough, gritty game. You will get punched in your mouth if you're not ready. That's going to be a fight. And so what we're trying to do is get the Dallas Cowboys prepared for that fight. Now, will they listen to us? Probably not, but I just think that we need to finally be proactive versus reactive. It's my biggest frustration when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys because Boss is saying, okay, the trade deadline, why do we have to wait for it to get bad for us to make the move?
That's right.
We see it right now in Cowboys Nation. We've gone through this so many times. When we moved on from Amari Cooper, everybody was saying, we need to get a wide receiver. We need to get a wide receiver. We need to get a wide receiver, right? They brought out James Washington. We need to get a wide receiver. It fell apart. And when we're sitting back thinking, damn, if we would have had a wide receiver that year, how would things have been? Y'all had me at the Mavericks game chanting for damn OBJ damn near December because we was that desperate. And then the year after that, we all said, hey, we need a linebacker. We need a linebacker. Bring in a linebacker. Bring in a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Bring in a They didn't do it. And then we sat back and got punched in the mouth versus Green Bay thinking, damn, why did we have these little linebackers and safeties playing linebacker? It got exposed. Why do we have to continuously go into that? Why not just go out there right now and get defensive tackles? You are leaning on a emerging defensive tackle who still has a lot of question marks, to be honest, when it comes to Mazi, in a 7th round draft pick. That is just negligence, I think, when it comes to football. Honestly, Matt Eberflus, you've been here, bro. I need you to get some Zimmer in here. Get some Zimmer in here because last year Zimmer stepped to that podium and says, hey, Mazi's improving, he's playing well, but I need some noses.
Exactly what he said, bro. And they went and got it too.
Yeah, Mazi's, and then you got Linval Joseph, you got Jordan Phil, you know what I'm saying? You brought in some guy because Zim was like, I ain't doing, I'm saying, you're not standing me up for this.
Shout out Mark Holmes.
Matt Eberflus, what's up, Mark Holmes, the GOAT in the building.
The GOAT.
Matt Eberflus, you need to stand flat-footed with this and be like, okay, this ain't what I typically had. Nah, hey, I can work. No, this is not what I usually have to run my defense. Mazi will be a perfect rotational guy. But if we're going through the season thinking that he's going to be the end-all, be-all to stopping the run, then yeah, y'all can clip this show and say we was wrong because we were already, you know what I'm saying? That is not going to be him. So once again, it's a negligence from the front office of not building a complete championship roster. Not a cool little roster, not something that can compete and kind of stay afloat. All of us on this panel, and you guys are watching damn near at 10:30 at night on the Eastern time. We want a championship roster.
That's
y'all.
right.
A championship roster. I'm sick of hearing Philly make all these moves and compete for championship in San Francisco and Kansas City. It is our turn. It's been 30 years. When are we going to be aggressive? And we're not even asking for much, right? I was just talking to the boss earlier about the Eagles making the Michi trade. They were being aggressive, getting a wide receiver 4 or 5.
4, dude.
4, bro.
You know what I'm saying? They're
4,
making
dog.
a wide receiver 4, and we had to beg and have an all-out bloody war
receiver
to get a
2.
wide receiver
2.
And we had to bang for 4 months to get a wide
4
receiver
months,
2.
bang and bang hard.
Bang hard. Damn near lost friendships and all.
Yeah.
A wide receiver 2.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So why do we have to raise hell to get some veteran defensive tackle help? It doesn't make sense, but
Nope.
I think they're going to run out Solomon Thomas, Perry on Winfrey, who I do like. They're going to toss them out there, and then everybody will sit back and blame Mazi for being the reason why Saquon went for 150 and 3 touchdowns. So, Cowboys Nation, like I said, facts over emotions. I don't want to hear what you feel like or what you think. Show me. Right, if all of us individuals on this panel can show y'all film, can show y'all analytics, show y'all research. Hell, Luda said he chat GBT some shit. Ask the same for other people as well, because just talking on the camera and the microphone, it don't move much for me. Salute to everybody out there. And yes, man, that was me on the nightcap with
man, talk about that real quick, bro. No, talk about that before you go. You got to talk about nightcap, bro. That
Shout to Shay and Ocho, man, for shouting me out on nightcap, man. But it kind of shows
that's dope as shit, man.
That we doing, man. We actually grinding, and people notice. People take work with what we do.
Take notice, bro.
When you do it the right way.
The right way.
There you go.
Emphasis on that.
Yeah, Tuck always been thorough, man. Like last year, I was throwing a fight. Tuck hooked me up with Street Star Nord, man. Nord, my man. He put me on the show with Gerald McCoy actually too. That was a dope job, man. So yeah, shout out to you for that. Tuck be looking out, man.
Solid.
But I mean, I listen to everybody. I listen to and I like this panel because everybody's like different in a different space when it comes to Mazi, right?
Yeah.
Just to be clear where I am and how I stand with him. Am I against bringing in more talent and at one tech on this team? Hell no. Like that's exactly what we should do. So this isn't me holding the door open and saying, hey, Mazi got it and we don't need no help. We good. If you acting like that's what's being said or you think that's what's being said, you're wrong there. But that also isn't a knock on him. As you guys said, any championship team is built with depth, and we don't have that with Jay Toye behind Mazi Smith. Now I hope I'm wrong, because if Jay Toye is good enough to start or good enough to take Mazi's spot, then that means we just got better and at the end of the day. So I don't have a problem with that either. If that's the way it shakes out, that's solely up to those men. They got to compete for it. If Jay Toye really is that product, I should see it on film, and we all should. But if we run him out there just because we want to run him out there and he gets ran through, you setting him up for failure, because now he ain't gonna get the opportunity to develop either, because he's not ready now, in my opinion. If you're getting ran through by backups and you're getting the amount of reps he's getting, that tells you Eberflus thinks that he may have to rely on this guy at some point. So I need to get him as many reps as possible before we get into the middle of the season and he's tired or he hits that freshman or sophomore wall, because they both hit a wall each year. That's so right. That may be why he's giving them 40 reps a game. And to his credit, Jay Toye may be gassed in the end of those games because of that. But I don't think he's ready just yet. But I hope that he is. But outside of that, man, we got a responsibility as content creators, just like you just mentioned, Tuck. You were talking about the fact that, we have reach, right? You were talking about the fact that you made it on Nightcap, right? Beautiful, right? We have reach. So when we say things, we start conversations, we start narratives. We just talked about how hard we had to bang for wide receiver 2. So the same way it comes, the same way it goes, right? I remember when Roy Williams was getting chased out of town because he had gone through coach regime changes, right? And they started just, hey, he can't cover immediately, right? After 5 Pro Bowls, and suddenly he was just trash. They got him out of here, got back with Zimmer, started balling again a little bit, then broke his arm and retired eventually. But I say all that to say, we've done this to several players who've left here and played pretty well. I don't think that Mazi is Taco just yet. That doesn't mean he can't be. That doesn't mean he can't fall off a cliff and disappoint. What I'm saying is, what he puts out now, can we win with it? I think we can. I think last year, had Parsons and D-Law been healthy the entire season and had Dak not gotten hurt, I thought the defense played well enough to give us a shot at the end of the season. I really do. Even some games we gave away, like the Cincinnati game. I thought we won that game, and then we gave it to them at the end of the game. So I think last season we could have been a lot better than what our record indicated due to injury, right? So with this season, with him going into his third year, man, just back up off of him and let him play. And then whatever comes out, if he plays ass, I'll be the first to say it. No, excuse my French if I'm not allowed to curse, but if he does, I'll be the first to say it. I don't got a problem with that. But when he doesn't, I'm not looking for a way for him to look trash, right? Everybody has a confirmation bias where if I show Micah get chipped and get thrown to the ground, that's one rep. They'll be like, all right, cool. If I show Micah give up 40 yards on a run, or Osa give up 40 yards on a run, or I show, any of those guys, we'll ignore that, right? But if any of that ever happens, whenever and it very rarely does, but anything happens in this gap, it could be for 5 yards. They look at it like it's, the worst gash in the history of defense. You know what I mean? And that's what my problem is. It's not to say that he's playing great. It's to say that why are we overemphasize everything? And I'm a coach, so sometimes we're watching boxing, right? And people will judge based off of the sound. I'll see a guy block a shot. He got hit in the shoulder, but everybody like, ooh, that's the way we are. When Mazi gets pushed by Tyler Smith in practice, it's Tyler Smith, all pro Tyler Smith, knocked Mazi back 8 yards. Duh. That's a big surprise to anybody. Now, when Mazi beat Tyler Smith, though, on a rep, mum's the word.
Yeah.
Why didn't that surprise? The narrative there is two good players battling out, making each other better. Just like DeMarcus Ware used to go against Tyron Smith. I'm pretty sure Tyron Smith beat him a couple times. I'm pretty sure DeMarcus Ware made Tyron Smith look crazy a time or two too, right? But nobody was saying that Tyron Smith is trash because DeMarcus Ware is whooping his ass, and vice versa, because that's what they're doing. Iron sharper iron, you know what I mean? So I don't like the knee-jerky reactions from the Cowboy fan base when it comes to bad reps, because we're going to see them from every player. Because the only one who asks I'm on right now, pause, is Donovan Wilson. That's it. He's the only one I say right now he's an issue. But nobody's talking about that. They're acting like we're fine at safety if he starts. We're not. So to act like we're going in there with a problem with Mazi, but nobody's talking about what we're seeing from 6 is crazy to me. Because that's where your issues are. I can see what happens with corner when they come back. I think when they get healthy with the way Eberflus runs his scheme, we're going to love our corners. But safety, if Donald Wilson starts, is an issue, because it was an issue. We lost games literally last year because of his play, and they ignore it because he made plays in the past and we like him, but he ain't it. That's it for me. That's it for me, man.
All right, fellas, man. Enjoyed it. Dope ass panel. Let's respect one take. If we don't do nothing else, let's respect one take. Because we don't, damn it.